They're off. 7 fillies over a mile and a half in the season's 4th classic, the Judgment Irish Oaks. And up front, it is Show of Stars on the inside of Magical Lagoon, the race's new favourite after the defection of Emily Upjohn. Slotting in and behind them in 3rd place is Toy with a couple of lengths to CURRGH Joe. Fenella next, and then Emily Dickinson. And at the back of the field is History. Less than 10 furlongs to go. The leader by 1 length is Show of Stars and Billy Lee. Within 2nd place, Magical Lagoon and Shane Foley. A break of a couple of lengths to Toy and Ryan Moore in 3rd. And 4th is CURRGH Joe and Colin Keane. Alongside is Fenella and Shane Cross. Over 3 lengths of a gap to the stable companions. At the rear of the field, Emily Dickinson, Shamie Heffernan, a place in front of History and Wayne Lord. A mile left to go. And they're nicely spaced out as Show of Stars increases her advantage to a good 3 lengths over Magical Lagoon, the Ribblesdale Stakes winner at Ascot, as they race just outside the 7 furlong point. These are tracked by Toy and CURRGH Joe next on the inside, whose owner Mark Dobbin is bidding for a quick big day double as they race up towards the halfway stage. Behind those 4, Fenella. On the inside is Emily Dickinson, and History remains last of the 7. Little changes heading up to the top, and it's Show of Stars by 4 lengths to Magical Lagoon. Disputing 3rd place, Toy on the outside of CURRGH Joe with the back 3. 5 furlongs to race. Fenella, Emily Dickinson and History. They're tightening up. 4.5 furlongs left to go. Show of Stars with a greatly reduced advantage. They were scrimmaging there in rear division with half a mile to go. It's Show of Stars, tracked closely by Magical Lagoon, the dark green and white jacket. On the outside is Toy with running the rail, CURRGH Joe. Emily Dickinson next with Fenella, and nudged along last of the 7 as they hit the straight is History. Show of Stars with coming there strongly, 1 off the rail, Magical Lagoon. After them is Toy, CURRGH Joe right in behind them. Emily Dixon brought to the outside, that History and Fenella, 1.5 to go. Magical Lagoon just strikes the front. On either side, Toy and CURRGH Joe, there's not much between the 3. Inside the final furlong on the Judgment Irish Oaks, it is Magical Lagoon. Toy on the near side is making the filly fight every step of the way. It's Magical Lagoon, Toy on the near side. They're going towards the line. Magical Lagoon has won it as Shane Foley salutes the colour crowd, fending off Toy, and they're followed in by CURRGH Joe, and next was Emily Dickinson. Magical Lagoon has so turned around this season for Shane Foley and Jessica Harrigton as she wins the Judgment Irish Oaks.
Magical Lagoon triumphs bravely in the Judgment Irish Oaks and lands her first Group 1 for Shane Foley and Jessie Harrington, the 5-4 favourite. Second was Toy at 5-1. A barnstorming finish to the big race of the weekend. The Judgment Irish Oaks sees Magical Lagoon have to pull out all the stops in a very gritty and brittle victory here to see off Toy, who came with that withering flourish down the centre of the track, but just couldn't quite get up. A much better run from her than it was in the French Oaks last time, but the winner is going from strength to strength for Jessie Harrington. Shane Foley punches the air. He won the Ribblesdale last time, and now he lands the Irish Oaks.
It's another group winner from Tattersalls.
Let's just bring in our Judgment Irish Oaks winning trainer, Jessica Harrington. Jessie, congratulations. What a special moment. Royal Ascot was a big day. I'd imagine that's just topped it, though, is it?
That's really topped it. You know, it's fantastic to, to win a Group 1 with her and win a Group 1, classic. That's even better. And look, I'm absolutely thrilled with her.
All week long, it was kind of hard to disguise the confidence in the camp. Were you guys almost not worried about what turned up against you today?
We weren't really worried what turned up against us, but then of course the pressure came on when Emily Upjohn came out, which was very sad for John Gosden and the connections. Would have made a real good race of it. But anyway, she won, and that was the main object.
It certainly was. Talk us through the race in terms of how you viewed it, Jessie, and the way it panned out.
It more or less panned out as we thought it would. She was always going to go forward. We didn't mind if she made the running. She got a lead. Shane said he had to commit a bit earlier than he thought he would, but she just keeps finding and finding.
I mean, how does she compare to other tough fillies that you've trained? She just doesn't seem to take defeat as an option.
She just doesn't take defeat, and she's very laid back in our races, and she doesn't take a lot out of her, which will stand to her in the long run.
Jesse, we're always looking forward in this game. What is your initial thought about the next step? Something like the Yorkshire Oaks, maybe?
She's in the Yorkshire Oaks, and I would imagine that that'll probably be her next step.
And could she take on the Colts at some stage? I mean, given she stays so well, would you even consider the St Ledger?
I haven't considered anything after the Yorkshire Oaks. We're going to see what happened.
And is it too early to say whether she might be around next season, or is this likely to be?
Well, we hope. We've mooted it already. We rather hope that she'll be around next season.
Do you feel she could be an even better 4-year-old?
I think she could be. She's very lightly raced. You know, she only had 3 runs last year. She had 3 runs this year. It's not as though we've been dipping the well for a lot.
Fantastic. And obviously the reception you got, I'm sure, meant plenty too, did it?
Absolutely fantastic. And winning on home soil is always great.
Fantastic. Jesse, many congratulations. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's the man of the moment, Shane Foley. He's just won the Judmont Irish Oaks on Magical Lagoon. Shane, congratulations. Just how tough a performance was that?
Yeah, Carrie, she's very straightforward, loves her work, loves the battle. She jumped, I got a nice position, dictated the race a bit, and had to make my own way home from the 2 because Billy stopped a bit quicker than ideal, but so Ryan was obviously waiting to deliver his challenge, but as soon as he did, my one stuck her neck out. She loves the battle.
I'm sure you guys had run things through tactically how the race might pan out beforehand. Did it go roughly along those sort of lines?
I wanted to sit maybe second and try and control the race, but I thought Colin would be in front, being honest. His one must have fluffed the start a little bit, but no, look, I had committed for my draw in 8 to go forward and get a position. I thought there was a few that would take their time and hunt away, so look, it worked out well.
Everything obviously changed when Emily Upjohn came out of the race. Did your eyes immediately light up and it dawned on you that you were now the one they all had to beat?
It looked a 2-horse race beforehand. It's never such thing in Ireland really, but I suppose when a lot of people's, it kind of took the complexion off the race, but I wasn't one that was given out when I seen her come out.
That Royal Ascot breakthrough was big for you, I know, and what does this mean now to land the Judmont Irish Oaks?
A massive guy. I just said it there. It's what we get up for every morning. Our ambition is to ride good horses and good races. That's what we want, and you're working hard to find the good one all the time, and hopefully we have found one, and we'll aim to look for another one.
What about the future for this filly now? Could you see her maybe taking on the Colts at some stage?
Maybe so. Look, I think Ascot will at Champions Weekend, the fillies and mares, but I think that'll be normally soft ground. So maybe she might have one more run. Maybe she might go to York. I don't know. I'll leave that up to Jessie. But she could have won, and if she was staying in training next year, it'd be massive. You know that she probably could have one more run with the 1.5 mile campaign next year.
Lots to look forward to, but in the meantime, enjoy this moment. It's a special one. Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, Gart. Thank you.
The 420 is the